overcommitting at times. You are already like one hit away from probably just taking the set from him. However, in order to do that, you really have to dig deep on Marcus, and that is not an easy task. However, Shulk cheats. We'll see if that's going to be a factor.
Shulk
in the
cheats,
set.
and you're ready to see, like I said, Shumano coming instantaneously between the Palu Nairs coming in, and right now, Palu, look, Marcus coming in with that nice 28% cleanly and narrowly avoiding a lot of Shulk's aerials that SoulArts is kind of throwing out in order to gain some kind of percentage lead at the moment.
You got to figure it out. And you see SoulArts is like playing a bit passive, just trying to see what Marcus does. But you're seeing Marcus immediately back airs, nairs. It's like, you want to get into space? I'm building this wall. You have to get in my face, especially right now. You're at 121, and I'm one big hit away from taking the stock.
I am one back air from that ledge, down to a back air. Immediately with the shield to save himself from that back air from Palu, which would have absolutely killed on FD. There's a punish with the dash attack and explosive flame. We're going with the jump Monado instead, and the spin Monado come back to stage. And can we connect that? No.
Yep.
Wait a little bit.
That was good awareness from both these players. You know, playing it out. But now that is smash art. Yep. Even with a forward throw, that wouldn't be enough. You have max rage and a smash art, but Palutena is heavy enough to live those. Playing it very carefully right now. It's all about stage control, and you're seeing it here first in SoulArts. Like, he's spacing out properly, waiting for the opportunity to strike, and beautiful DI from that up B.
Falling out of the up B from SoulArts. Unfortunately, an excellent dodge through the explosive flame, and there we go back to ledge. And again, we're getting with the fares again to get SoulArts back off into the air. And like I said, SoulArts lives to these absurd percentages. Shield Monado up on deck, so you are living that back throw. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Ooh, I love the usage of explosive flame right there, covering that option in case he decides not to go for the ledge. However, we almost reached the 2-minute mark, and that is just the first stock, Madi.
Absolutely. Like I was saying, shield art, that is keeping him alive. He's going to continue to use that art for as long as he can to avoid that Palu back air. But not even his own back air is enough to take Marcus out of this game. But that downer there most certainly will be.
Yep, that is one way to put yourself on the board. However, the thing about the shield art is that if your opponent knows how to still combo you, you're still taking a great deal of damage. However, SoulArts not phased whatsoever, finally building up a lead in their favor.
So Marcus with an amazing lead off into the stage, or actually off into the air, just keeping SoulArts there as long as they possibly can. Down to into another fair, explosive thing to bait out the air dodge. What can we do here? We're going to missing the dash tag due to, of course, the jump Monado.
You're getting a little too desperate if Gon's on Marcus' end. You know, just throwing out a lot of options, trying to condition. However, it just seems like they're just pulling that trigger a bit too late and allowing SoulArts to get back on stage for free for the most part. And every single time that
just
they've
like
allowed SoulArts on stage, you see call out after call out, and now a lead going in favor of SoulArts.
Like I was saying, SoulArts is definitely an opportunistic kind of player, and you're seeing it to this fullest extent. We have Rage build up, we have Buster on deck as well, and SoulArts is just not allowing Marcus the space that he's looking for as Palu, and that's also with the added effect that you have no platforms at your disposal. You can't extend, you can't do any straight up juggles for a very long period of time. You are struggling. That back throw might be able to take it, absolutely.
Definitely got to do a little bit of pummeling to make sure that you're securing that stock. And even then, with a 67% deficit for a character like Palutena, that is almost nothing, especially when you got the Nair trains going. I love the patience right there from Gons, just trying to wait out the shield Monado and let it evaporate a bit. Still tacked on a great deal of damage despite still being down. Definitely not out.
Oh, that was an excellent use of the jump Monado, switching onto the smash Monado right now, and we're seeing a very serious situation where SoulArts is now having excellent control of the spacing of that ledge situation. And there's another
no jump.
There. We have no jump. We have recovery. Missing the backer to close it out.
This is so scary because you want to get rid of the stock as soon as possible. At least put your opponent in a bad predicament. However, Gons has to keep working. Nice Nair. Gonna put it in the air. Gonna continue this juggle game, but now with the shield art, yet again, has to be very careful about how they allow themselves to get back on stage.
Smash Monado on deck. We're always seeing these high recoveries from Marcus, and it's finally been contested by that humongous swing from SoulArts.
That
with
hurts.
Smash Monado.
Pretty good.
His little action, I hate it. That was pretty good. Oh my!
Is he Australian? Like,
Yeah.
Has that been established?
I think Shulk is Australian, or at least Australian.
European, somewhere European.
But like I said, SoulArts is a opportunistic kind of little character. He is definitely one of those that if you give him too much stage control, and he starts to read your movement, because as you're seeing, Marcus is definitely choosing that high recovery option every single time from ledge. Let's see. Oh, we're running it back to FD.
I'm not opposed.
I'm not opposed.
I'm not opposed. Yeah, it seemed like Marcus was doing pretty good for the most part in this game. It really just came down to who was going to maintain most of that stage control towards the end. Right now, I love not using the second hit, just noticing that Gans was actually DI'ing properly and put himself in a safe position, but a quick 73 and then some already going in favor of Gans, who has no jump right now. Oh, actually he did. Never mind.
Oh, my fault.
Let me shut up.
Just straight into the up B, and we're back on stage with that jump now coming in clutch to get us away from Palu's, like, her circle of hitboxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going with a down throw, and we're going to be, of course, getting those iframes out of here. Boom, you have no iframes. I got to get you back to ledge for free. What can we do here? Oh, lots of sword swinging, staff swinging as well. There we go.
It really comes down to, like, you can't get too comfortable. You can't just think that you have the upper edge. If you throw out an unsafe move, your opponent has to capitalize. And it seems like that's what both of these players have been doing correctly. Every single time. If you throw one attack and it doesn't hit me, I'm going to attack you back.
My goodness.
Look at that. SoulArts, despite having a 73% deficit to start this game, immediately retaliates and takes the first stock.
And you're seeing again, I think the biggest option, or the biggest thing right here, is how big Shulk's sword is. It covers a lot of Palu's comfortable approach options from the ledge aerial-wise, and it covers that entire space and protects him. So Palu has to work that much harder to actually enter the close range space that she is looking for, and SoulArts is not allowing that to happen whatsoever. Finally getting a little bit of use of the explosive flame right there.
Yep, just trying to build up damage at this point. I mean, this is a Shulk that should be dying sooner rather than later, but the survivability of SoulArts has been so amazing and still barely living it out. Great frame trapping. If the fair wasn't going to do it, it was going to be the up tilt, and that was just great awareness from Marcus's end. I hate this. I hate
that counter. It lasts for 10,000 years. You'll hit it and your children will get hit by it. It's okay. It lasts for that long. But either way, we're finally seeing a two-stock game right here. But there's the backslash out of shield. What can we see here? Finally going for the neutral get up instead to avoid any of these aerial approaches from SoulArts. But again, you're struggling to get back to center stage that Palu really wants.
Yeah, as mentioned, you know, once Shulk has the lead, especially has you at the corner, as we've seen SoulArts have Marcus for the most part, it's all about swinging that sword. Nair, back air, fair. You want to come at me? Well, get through this wall before you do that. And
oh my God.
Look at that. Fade back fair with smash art, enough to take the stock and extend this lead further.
Absolutely, and again, I really wish we could see a little bit more up air action from Marcus, but I think that the lack of platform is stuffing that out. But finally, the double jump into up air into the back air. First, was a feint to bait out the air dodge, not getting the down tilt, but we're getting the nair instead. And now we have shield are active and ready. But the back throw definitely is unable to take it.
I love these empty house from both these players. Like, they just do it and they immediately go for the grab because they know that they're conditioning one another to just fall for it. Look at that. Just
like
the patience. Like, hold shield, immediate grab. You know what you're doing.
I love how SoulArts didn't even like bother to air dodge through the explosive flame. Who's just daily falling and it happened to not hit him. Okay, jump are active, but we are catching you out and you are going to go
that is
a little
stale.
bit closer to that stone.
It was stale. Unfortunate there for Marcus. Could not seal the deal. However, is doing a really good job. You really see the conditioning now going in his favor, and he's like calling out exactly what SoulArts is going to do. But now with the Buster art, already a quick 48 of extra credit before we potentially see this second stock of SoulArts get taken away.
Oh, that here, absolutely fine taking it. And once again, Marcus at a in the dark orange percentage at 69%, and SoulArts is having 0% on his name, and we have, all right, backslash out of shields. We are just doing it over and over again to rack up about
10-11%
every single time. He's just in shield for free.
I love it. Yep. Understanding there's no actual punish because the Monado has it just knocks it sends the knockback on a Smash Monado sends you so far, so you couldn't really get much off of it. The patience from Gons was there, however, has to start capitalizing now. You cannot wait any longer to start getting the momentum.
Absolutely, and I'm really happy that SoulArts was able to use the dash attack from Shulk in order to catch Palu's recovery option, because Marcus does typically recover slightly away from the ledge, and SoulArts is caught up with that. Excellent use to the back here, the second hit to avoid a little bit more of that interaction.
Can we talk about how clean that was from SoulArts though?
Yeah.
He still wins the game, but like the stall to let go of that second swing of that up B, just throwing Marcus a bit off their game, because they were just waiting like, all right, you're gonna land now. No, you gotta wait, because I got a little bit more height in that up B, and that just kind of took away a lot of what was planned from Marcus's end. That was cool. We're gonna see it right now.
Yep. Up B out shoot, and we delay it slightly.
Just barely missing it out, but it paid off, and the beautiful back air to just take the stock vanilla Shulk style. I don't think there was a Monado art for that one. None needed though. Great stuff to both those players. However, I do feel like stage pick was probably, you know, it was your counter pick, so you definitely you had the chance to choose a second stage, but Marcus just believing in the FD pick could have gone either way though.
He believed in the heart of the cards.
And
the heart of the cards were.
It works out for both the characters either way. However, that is going to be SoulArts with, I believe it should be, by technicality, an upset on paper. But, I mean, it goes to show you, it's a stacked event. We're going to see a lot of
upsets galore.
We're going to see a lot of players who are, like, making top 16s from winner's side. Usually at Fusion, probably go 2-1-2. But, yeah. What an event it's been. Let me tune into what's going on so far.